one of the issues is that India gets plenty of rain. Though as Sainath points out, it comes at different intervals, not necessarily suitable. But we get an estimated 4,000 billion cubic meters of water by rainfall. Out of that, apparently, we use only about 1,000 billion cubic meters. Therefore, there is sufficient amount of water that needs to be harnessed and harvested if we have to meet this water crisis. How are we going about that? You have plenty of water, but yet it's running off into rivers, into seas. You're not able to stop it and use it for whatever, not just human beings, but creatures, as Sainath pointed out.
No, exactly. And you can do it in one of two ways, and actually you can have a via media. So you can have big dams. We have 4,000 dams which can store water. They're expensive, they take a lot of time to build, and they lead to all kinds of other issues, social, environmental issues. And you can do that, or you can do local level water conservation. Jal Sanchay, that's the term, water collection. And this Jal Shakti Abhiyan is focusing precisely on that. So 256 of the most water-stressed districts in India, 1,600 blocks, most of them in the western part of India. And there are 5 intervention areas there. Water conservation, rejuvenation of traditional bodies, reuse and recharge, watershed development, and intensive afforestation. So, I saw that picture where there's a forest outside the house. But over this last 3 months, there's been phenomenal movement towards water conservation. Awareness is coming about. If you see now, I don't know, India Today may be the last channel which hasn't come up with a Mission Pani. Everyone else is doing it, right? You guys have done...
Arun is here.
Arun is here. You guys have done great work on sanitation. Safai Giri, big kudos. It's made a big difference. Now, water is on the agenda, but in particular, water conservation. So you can do it at a local level. We need to bring in more technology, better technical assistance. So it's got to be done at both levels.
Now, one of the things that the Modi government did take up was the interlinking of rivers. And I think there's something like 30 projects currently on, which is trying to link up the rivers. This was a thought that Mr. Vajpayee and much earlier also has been talked about. How practical is that? Are we just spending money down the drain? Is this going to destroy the environment, as a lot of people fear? Is it going to be useful? Will it sort our problems?
Look, what's the basic philosophy of the interlinking of rivers is to shift from a water surplus basin to a water deficient basin. Now that makes a lot of sense conceptually, but it's got a lot of practical implications. So this has been, as you said, on the anvil for a very long time. The government is looking at it again. It's got implications, environmental, societal, resettlement. So I think with all these considerations, it's going to take some time before a final decision is taken. So my sense is that we are not jumping into it for the moment.
And in terms of technology, you mentioned technology. What are the kind of, though Sainath believes that it's not a technological solution that can help us, what are some of the new technologies, like you brought with toilet and you said that's a Nobel Prize winning sort of idea. What are the kind of technologies that we can bring in to India where we can actually conserve water or use it efficiently?
Already for a very long time, space technology for aquifer mapping. So where exactly are your groundwater resources? This has been going on. The Space Organization does a brilliant job. And if you come down to the micro level, 3D village contour mapping, critical now. To know the slopes in a village, that space technology is available. So how do you design systems where when you either provide water supply or you drain it out, where is the drain slope, where's the slope of the drain? How does it reach that lowest point in the village where you can have a simple waste stabilization pond? So these technologies are being used, and we are mapping it on an extensive scale.